Welcome to Music Media Review, a weekly podcast critiquing headlines about the industry. I'm Jess. Been having fun voicing my opinion for these episodes, and I'm delighted over the outreach received by listeners and fans. That's my intention, and it really makes me happy to see it grow in harmony. Lots of great things came out early 2026. One of the biggest outpour I've got on Music Media Review's TikTok is mentioning folk singer Noah Kahan filming a self-documentary. The Great Divide's title track has broken more records since episode 8, so I had to follow through now, watching Netflix documentary Noah Kahan Out of Body and listen to The Great Divide's deluxe album. Both are what I imagine and making his fan base so proud. So let's get to my reveals on Music Media Review. Noah Kahan Out of Body launched on Netflix April 13th, awarded a month prior at South by Southwest, winning the 24 Beats Per Second Audience Award. The festival committee curated that category, combining 24 frames being the average in filmmaking and adding beats per second to classify music in the criteria. That's very creative, and how cool giving attendees the power to vote after exclusively screening it there. Noah Kahan's indie folk career blew up from posting TikTok videos this decade, candidly coping mental health struggles and family issues. Grateful leading a lost genre to modern audiences, Out of Body breaks down privacies concealed until he felt ready. Director Nick Sweeney interviewed Stratford, Vermont locals, Noah's siblings, parents, fiancé, featured his home life, home movie clips, taped 2024 tour performances at Madison Square Garden and Fenway Park. Watching everything was casually eye-opening, showcasing widespread support. Honestly, that's what helped deciding to talk on camera, not Netflix's monetary offer. Humbly living day to day is the essence draw fans emotionally connect in Noah Kahan's demeanor. The out-of-body experience focuses on self-esteem, adapting from remote rural environments to working the music industry and handling the feedback. I found it uplifting seeing him mend childhood issues as a middle child, his parents raising him best of their abilities, amicably cheering after divorcing, and overcoming uneasy things through instincts. We learned that Noah moved to Nashville with Brenna, his then-fiancée, now wife, to be closer recording in the studio, but mutually the couple seek out a second house back north, revisiting their New England roots. Vermont's landscapes are so picturesque, can't compete with city and industrialization living anywhere else. Locals admit the winters are rough, though the natural beauty and quietness is breathtaking. Brenna's a perfect match for Noah, staying by his side and confidently knowing he could get through anything. Nothing staged or melodramatic, authenticity makes up Out of Body an informative 90-minute profile. What stuck out to me was Noah remorsefully not asking his parents' permission if they were okay. He wrote and documented their unit stories. Loving they all are, his father Josh plays guitar, revere the man Noah's become, and willing to help others doing Busy Head's mental health nonprofit organization. Lori's a proud mom who listens to Noah's songs all the time and says it's humanizing for them. Compared to the influx music documentaries released nowadays, two came to my mind during Out of Body's viewing. Disney's The Sum of It All with Ed Sheeran and Hulu's Jelly Roll Save Me. I reviewed both on my previous podcast, Music Notes with Jess, in 2023. Ed Sheeran grieved his best friend Jamal's overdose, and wife Cherry had a tumor removed from her arm while making a new album. Ed's life is just as mellow as Noah's, only uses an iPad to communicate emails and calls. Jelly Roll advocates substance and mental health support. His Bad Apples fan base emotionally get moved behind the scenes and the crowds. A family tearfully credits Jelly Roll's music dealing tragedy in a meet and greet. He reversed the compliment, wishing them well. Noah did the same thing, hosting a private Make-A-Wish meeting with the young girl hysterically crying. Her reaction is so powerful, can't even describe how crucial it meant to them and her guardian. Shaping up a year and a half, filming 2024 to 2025, rehearsing The Great Divide's tracks, Bridget's current chapter for followers to venture next. Here's how the album lays out. The Great Divide's 17-track edition came out April 24th, 4 bonus tracks added under 24 hours later, rebranding The Great Divide, The Last of the Bugs. I heard the songs before watching Out of Body, expecting a personal shift that the title track and Porch Light teased. Noah's vocals, reverb and stereo, conducting mostly falsetto range, lively fast-paced folk tempos, fitting alternative rock and the pop wave now joining acoustically. Melodically, I imagined Vermont's countryside in the guitars, taking a virtual road trip in Noah's mind, unleashing grievances. Moving on to positivity, no longer feeling stuck, pity, and acting fortunate looking back at it all. Immediately after The Great Divide's promo single was released, his tour sold out. 4 dates were scheduled back at Fenway Park second week of July. The closest location by me is Citi Field in Queens, where the New York Mets play. Let's go Mets! And I heard on the radio planning this episode that Rolling Stone created Stateside Music Festival in Kingston, New York, where Noah will headline 4th of July. That's sold out too. Gigi Perez is his opening act. 2 folk professionals enhance The Great Divide's sound. The National's alternative guitarist, Aarondessner, co-produced, mixing some elements done on Taylor Swift's Folklore and Evermore, Gracie Abrams, Ed Sheeran, Florence and the Machine, and I gotta catch up on Mumford & Sons' new album, Pricefighter. Browsing around, Noah uncovered archive demos by Justin Vernon, also known as Boniver. 2011's Grammys introduced me to his music, and so did my college radio station. Track 4, Downfall, Boniver joins Noah on banjo and vocals, strums electric guitar on track 15, Headed North, and 17, Spoiled. I took a liking when he duetted Exile on Taylor Swift's Folklore. He's like a softer Dave Matthews sonically. End of August is a great opening track. It's hard for me to detect sadness in the whole album sounding chipper, except dropping expletives releasing tension to stand tall. Doors, Downfall, Deny, 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 We Go Back, Spoiled, A Few of Your Own, and Dan are solidly written. It'd be something if The Great Divide's album statistically charts significantly as the title track's longevity. Billboard freshly reported that Noah Kahan has tied Portugal the Man's Feel It Still, charting 11 consecutive weeks on top adult alternative songs since 2017. Also achieved 6 weeks topping alternative airplay, top 20 on pop stations, and debuted number 6 on the Hot 100. UK's official album charts confirmed The Great Divide debuting number 1 May 1st. Will it do the same on Billboard's 200 and Americana Folk Albums charts? Multiple albums were distributed April 24th. Could it beat Akon's Beautiful Day, Foo Fighters' Your Favorite Toy, Jason Aldean's Songs About Us, Kalani's self-titled album, and Meghan Trainor's Toy With Me? Other competition is Ella Langley's Dandelion and her top country singles in Hot 100's top 10. Algorithms are going nuts lately. If odds are defeated, The Great Divide will be Billboard's 5th country folk number 1 album for 2026 so far. Morgan Wallen's I'm the Problem rebounded week of January 17th from May 2025. Zach Bryan's Don't Be Dumb knocked off January 24th, Megan Maroney's Cloud 9 March 7th, Ella Langley's Dandelion April 25th, and May 2nd. Signs are well-deservedly pointing to yes. Now share what Out of Body and The Great Divide mean to you. Noah Kahan Out of Body is rated TVMA on Netflix for language. He'll also be Saturday Night Live's musical guest May 9th, hosted by Boston native Matt Damon. Episode can be watched NBC 11:30 p.m. Eastern, available to stream live and day after on Peacock. Thank you for tuning in. Please continue sharing music media reviews links on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Rate your review wherever you stream. Email feedback to musicmediareviewpodcast@gmail.com. I'm Jess. Next episode will take us back to the theaters. I'll be talking about Lady Gaga and Doechie's soundtrack song, Runway, off The Devil Wears Prada 2. So a very cool preview event, and we'll break down the songs that could have influenced this one. Talk to you next week.